Okay, so now what I need to do is bring this water line through this wall to behind the refrigerator. And where it used to come is it had a little water line coming off of right here. It went down the wall. It came through that hole. At that time, of course, the refrigerator was pointing this direction, and now it's going to be pointing this way. So I need to bring that through this wall somewhere, and I can't really come through back on this side because the framing for the door is right there. So I'm going to need to go ahead and probably come. I'll move this over a hair on the inside where the water filter is. I'm going to come straight down with some PEX, probably pop it out like right here. Come through this. Hopefully I can bend the PEX around this corner somewhat, and then come over here and come down the wall and mount it right there. And I have this right here that Plumber Gilbert got for me, and it's ready for PEX right here. And then I'll put an outlet right there as well. So let's get started on that. Okay, so at Home Depot they did not have a 1/2 inch PEX with a 3/8 thread, and so I had to get all this adapter, and now it's really too close to this edge, so I need to move this over this way, and then I can thread this in. So I really don't think this gap or the air gap in here is going to be a big deal, but I'm not sure. There is no insulation in there, and that is an outside wall to the garage, really. So I'm going to take it and fill it up with a bunch of this. All right, so I Frankensteined all these cracked joints together by taking and putting wood up on top above so I could screw into it between the joist. And it's going to take a lot of mudding, but that'll be okay. You can see how I had to patch all this together. This was the original outlet where the light was in the kitchen, so I made a patch for it. And I went ahead and tried to clean this vent out. I bought a little kit right here. I think it was probably 25 or 30 bucks online on Amazon. And these pieces all just kind of clip together. So I shoved it up in there and quickly realized that those sections do not hold together, and that would be tragic if the end section broke off way down here on the end. So I taped all of them together like this. And that worked okay for a minute until I was backing back out and this one came off. Luckily that other part was kind of hanging out there a little bit so I could grab it and pull it out. So I am not going to do that, but look at all this that came out of there. All of this black stuff was coming out, and I don't really know what that is. Golly, I bet that whole thing up inside there is full of this fuzz. Probably a ductwork part that's open, and this is insulation that's getting in there. But you would think it would blow out of the duct, not suck in. But I don't know. But I can tell you this much. That is going to be left for professionals, because that was a mess. And I need something different. They make these little things that go on the end of air hoses that go up in there and they spin around and shake and do things. And I had the fan turned on so it was all blowing down, but I think I'm going to skip on the other ones, pretty sure. But right now it is time to start taping and mudding all of these joints everywhere, as well as all this here where I'm going to put the refrigerator. So I won't show really much of me mudding this, because it is exactly the same as what I did over here on the rest of this stuff. So when you come back, I'll have all this stuff all mudded up and probably sprayed with texture. So let's get busy. Okay, so I'm just about ready to start on the island right here. I've got it in the garage, and I'm waiting for a good day to paint it outside in the backyard. I need 2 days to do that. So I got a good day today, but I don't have a good day tomorrow. So let's take all this floor up, and I could take the flooring all the way over to past where the island's gonna go. So let's get started on that. All right, so I made this little setup here. I'm going to paint this out here today, and I'm going to put one coat of primer, and this evening or later on today, one coat of the blue paint, and then I got one more coat of paint tomorrow I'll have to put on it. May not be able to do it tomorrow, but it's going to be windy tomorrow. But so I'm going to start on this right now, and I have to do this to the paint. So this Sticks primer probably won't spray through this gun right here without being thinned out. So from what I gather, we can put some water in it, thin it down so it can come through this. This gun here is a primer gun. It's got a larger tip on it. I think it probably will work to spray. And I'm not going to use this gun right here because it's going to be tough to spray the color since it's a small little container of it. I think I can spray it with this automotive gun, but we're going to give it a shot. So let's get this thinned down, see if we can get it to the right consistency to spray. So I'm kind of comparing this to when I spray cars, you know, the thickness of it. This doesn't need to be thinned out much. That'll work nice. Well, I got like 3 coats of primer on it, sanded between all of them. Getting ready to throw blue on it. Well, all right, got that dragged in here, and while I had it in here, Gilbert came over to pick up a go-kart I was working on, and while he was in here, I had him help me kind of get this in position and put it over that gas line and power line that's in this corner right here. So we got that all set up, and all I need to do is I want to put an outlet right inside this area here, because there's going to be a door there. You're going to put sheet pans in that area. And I was going to do one on the side here and one on the other side, but I'm just not going to do that. I'll put an outlet in here so I can open this door up, plug a coffee maker or a juicer, whatever I want to do, I can plug it in there. And then of course this is where the trash can goes. But I've got this little cheap Vevor induction cooktop. I paid probably $250 for that. And if I don't like it, you know, I don't have much investment in that. I can just run a gas stovetop here. Then Gilbert helped me go ahead and shove this in place, and I'll need to pull it out here real quick so I can drill holes for the wiring. And I think what I'm going to do on the wiring here, here's the 6-gauge 220 that's coming in, and this I'm going to put a little box right here, probably mount it right there and put a couple of fittings in there, whatnot, to hold it in place. Do all the connections on the inside. I'm going to use these little Burn D is the brand. I don't know what they call them, but it's you have an Allen wrench up inside the hole here, and then you can put all your wires and shove them in here, and that should be large enough for everything I'm going to put in there. And then I'll put them all inside of the box, put a cover on it, and then I've got a piece of plywood that I can put across here, cut an opening for the cooktop going, all temporary, because I'll have that all the countertops done here in the next few weeks. So let's get this wire run, and let's see if we can get all this stuff all wired up.
This has got two 110 legs right here coming off a circuit breaker that's 50 amps. And that'll give me the 220 I need for this stuff. So this oven has two 110 legs right here going to it. It has a white return, which I'm not sure why, but it does have a white return. Maybe some of the controls just use a part of this, and that would have to have a return. And so according to the instructions on this oven, it says that you just have to attach the white off of this to the ground. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh, look at there. All right, perfect. Well, all right, so fast forward probably a month after I got all this stuff put in, and I've been using it. I love the induction top, and I really like this is all just, it works perfect. I don't like how tight this is right here, but it is what it is. So I have made a deal and paid for countertop material and decided to go with quartz. They're going to be here tomorrow morning to come put it in. So I need to go ahead and take all this wood off here, undo the stove top, and get all this stuff out of the way, undo the sink, all the plumbing, etc., so they can come in here and lay the new countertop in. So let's get started pulling this apart.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah, right. Hey, Bo, ¿cómo estás?
How you doing, amigo?
Good.
Pásale la mesita. Pásale la mesita. Pásale la mesita. ¿Adentro? Sí. ¿La quiere medir o no?
Those are some big
Big booze right now. Sí.
No, Giovanni.
Carloncito. No está pesada.
No, yo sé, pero.
¿Cuánto le queda la una? Como... Papel poquito. Ahí está.
Yeah, as much as you can go.
Half inch.
Yeah, perfect.
Pero no quede mucho, por ejemplo. 1 inch and a quarter.
That's perfect. And then you want to bring this, even with this right here? Or?
2 inches.
Perfect.
2. Yeah, I can put white or translucent. It's really up to you, boss. You're the boss.
Oh, you can just use clear. Yeah.
So we got 7, 45, 45, 7, 8. Ya, está bien. Espera. You ready? Yo primero entro. Let me close the door. Oh, he's good.
So Abel, what do you glue it with? What kind of glue is
Epoxy.
it? It's just regular clear epoxy?
Epoxy.
And you kind of smooth the top or the
Yeah.
edges?
I got it smooth and everything.
Yeah, perfect.
You drop. That way, it's just a water wall. You see, it's gonna be a tight over there.
Yeah.
That we won't have to leave any gap because it's a seam.
Yeah, and even if there's a gap on this side, I'm putting
This wall?
tile. I'm putting
I
tile.
need to cut the chiro right here. It's no square.
Yeah, same with that
But
one.
I can cut the stone outside. This
Yeah.
is 46 and 8. 45 and 3/4.
Yeah, yeah, it's not
Okay,
square.
but do that. Even when it rains, but it stays. We got a special delivery for Steve.
Bring it on in here, right in here. Dos Ables.
There we go. That's what I do. Not time. You see?
Yeah.
We gotta cut it.
I got it.
I need more cut.
There's some more cut, yeah. Oh, that's that.
I need more.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, remember I have a backsplash I'm gonna put on, so that's gonna hide.
No, but I need to cut it.
Yeah.
There's no.
I understand.
We're trying to square everything.
Oh, sure, I understand. Yeah, yeah. And that looks good. Yeah, it's all like powder when they compress it.
With the machine.
Yeah.
Más, poquito más.
140.
1/8.
Easier, but it doesn't look professional.
How are you gonna get the glue in the seam?
We do 45s. We push it in, then we put epoxy.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna take it and push this back a
That's
little
45.
bit?
Other people I seen their work, they leave them straight and they just put epoxy to the top. That's it.
No, yeah, you can't really do that.
But
Where are
no,
you gonna 45 it at?
They already have 45 left.
Oh, a little bit of an angle there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, I see it.
That's 45, you see it right here?
Yeah, and I saw the slots that you cut, so that it gets the glue.
Push it in.
Yeah, gets the glue in the slots.
That's what we do at everything at the shop. Sometimes we do it on site just because sometimes we don't have too much time.
Is it your shop or is it
Our shop,
somebody else's?
we have our shop.
yours?
Espérate el nivel. Mira, aquí es, mira. El problema. Tender, the cabinet. You see it right now, the corner?
Oh yeah, it dropped off on the back. How are you gonna fix that? You gonna shim it back here?
I already sent a little bit of gabbing in the front. I need to send it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can put the. Okay, push.
Uh-huh.
More. Okay, saca.
Dime sacamos este lado.
Así. One. Para.
Espera, Pepe.
1, 2, 3. Así.
Dale, vamos para allá.
You see the difference?
Dime está yo primero. ¿Voy a tomar?
You see?
Nice. Yeah.
It's gonna have a little less, but this is gonna be less.
You see? It's a little bit.
Yeah.
But I can put it cheap.
Shim it. Yep.
¿Ves manzana?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's perfecto.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bring a little bit in front.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Acetone, you money?
¿Qué tomaste este litro?
Ahí está, hay que echarle mejor.
Ahí está.
Sí.
Sí, más que va a ser el color. Va a tener color. ¿Las chiquitas o las grandes? The big ones. Échale la otra.
Sí, la voy a echar.
Échale más.
Se lo voy a echar más.
Está perfecto. Ahí está bien. ¿Está?
Espera, que salió todo. Dale,
Te estoy diciendo que pongas el
Sí,
control.
mucho. Ahí va.
Ponle todo, métese la otra.
Ahí está.
Esta la de enfrente.
Ahí está. Ahí está. Espera.
Échala para acá. Ahí está bien, no se preocupe.
Ok. Push.
Tengo esto para atrás. Para que nos torre con el zinc. Está la navajita.
Un poquito para acá. Un poquito para acá. Una vuelta. Ahí está.
poquito más. Porque no le pongo mucho blanco. Relácemela. No le pongo mucho blanco. Wait for a water bottle. I can start polishing that up.
Sure. Well, he's all finished. Boy, that looks really good. It's exactly what I wanted. He went ahead and put the faucet in for me too. I need to hook it all up. Isn't that beautiful? All right, now we just need to get some backsplash for this. Well, we're coming to the end of this project, folks. And the last thing that I really need to do on this is put the backsplash up. And it took me a little bit of time to figure out what backsplash I wanted. And really, I kind of settled on this availability. You would think here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that you would have tons of availability on stuff like this, but really not. I wanted something a little more rustic in a blue to kind of bounce off the island being blue, but this will look good. I think I have enough here to get it all done. And as I was kind of laying this stuff out, I was going to try to center something here in the middle here, or center it in the middle of this sink part, but it turns out if I just start with a full tile here, and it's all just going to be laid out like brick or subway tile, and so really all I need to do now is I'm going to cut a few of these in half, because right here where I start, I will have whole and half pieces here, and then of course just cut around this. So let's put some tape down across the bottom here, and maybe a little bit of something to protect the countertop in case I get something on it. But let's get started. All right, so I weighed out 10 pounds of this mortar mix, or thin set, and it says 10 pounds. It says the whole bag, which is 50 pounds, takes about 5 quarts. So here's 1 quart to 10 pounds. We'll put it in here, water first. We'll mix it with this. So the instructions do say wait 5 minutes after you mix it, and then you can spread it. All right, I got it all put in there. Got all the grout lines nice and cleaned out. And that looks pretty good. So I think I'm ready to go ahead and grout it. I'm gonna go outside in the garage and I'm gonna try to mix me up a batch real quick. So let's get started on it. All right, it says on here to use, one bag is 8 pounds, approximately just under a quart of water for this. So I'm gonna mix half of this. So I'll use a half a quart and half this bag, or 4 pounds, and we'll measure it off. So you can see how it all started right here. So I have this big wall right here, and as you come into the kitchen, come around the corner, it's got all this old stuff here and the refrigerator over here with the oven and so forth over here. Now, fast forward to now, it looks like this. Sure is nice. Sure is nice to have all this stuff. Everything worked out just perfectly. And then where the wall used to be, here to my left, is the island. It looks pretty good. And I have started on the living room, and I'm not really recording much of it. It's all kind of the same thing, just ripping everything apart, putting new outlets in and so forth. It really is nice to have this all done and completed. It took a while to do, and it was pretty difficult to do, but it was really a lot of fun, and I'm getting a lot of good use out of it. It's easy to clean, tons of space to put things. So we appreciate y'all hanging in there on these long videos, and we'll see you next time.